Good evening and welcome to the school committee meeting of Monday, May 12th. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You guys were awesome.
I know, that was the best one this year. All right. We'll go on to the acceptance of the minutes for the meeting of April 28th.
Motion to approve the minutes for April 28th.
Second?
All those in favor? That's a vote. We started. Welcome.
That's a first.
It is a first, but that's
So
okay.
embarrassed. I'm
We're all
sorry.
right.
I apologize.
No worries. We're all right. I don't know that
We
everyone
missed the
would
Pledge of
have.
Allegiance.
Do you want to do it again?
I kind of do. No, but no.
Okay, so we did the minutes, and now we're going to go on to what's next? What's next, everyone out in the audience? Is it your turn? Yes. Let's go with Esten Early Childhood Center Curriculum Corner.
So hello everyone, I am Jan Sheehan, the principal of Esten Early Childhood Center. In this past year, we have had the pleasure of partnering with Social Conservatory, and our kindergarten students have had weekly sessions with Miss Catherine Piazza, and they have loved Miss Catherine. She is our Mary Poppins at Esten. They absolutely adore her, and we can't wait for you to see what they experience each week. So we have the following students that are going to come up and present with Catherine. We have JJ. Come on up, JJ. Addie. Isabella. Maddie. Jameson. William. And Kinsley.
And moms and dads, you can all see, because you can move if you want to get pictures and video or whatever. These are their moments, and trust us, on the other end of the spectrum, everything goes so fast.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? We good. Just your neck, I'm big and strong. Let's do it. Should we sing our song? Ready? Oh, I'm as strong as a mountain. I'm as kind as a hawk, and I'm as smart as anyone can be. And with my friends here beside me, all together we can sing with open hearts and minds, because your brains, mwah, imagine hearts. Everyone stand up. Oh, we'll walk and we'll walk and we'll walk and we'll stop. We'll walk and we'll walk and we'll walk and we'll stop. We'll walk and we'll walk and we'll walk and we'll stop. Oh, we'll walk and we'll walk and we'll walk and we'll stop. Let's stop and stop and stop and stop. Wow. Stop and stop and stop and stop. Stop and stop and stop and stop. Oh, we'll stop and stop and stop and stop. Let's tiptoe, 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 stop. Tiptoe, 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 stop. Tiptoe, 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 stop. Oh, we'll tiptoe, 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 stop. Let's jump, 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 stop. Jump, 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 stop. Jump, 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 stop. Oh, we'll jump, 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 stop. Let's run, stop. Run, run, stop. Run, run, stop. Oh, we'll run, stop. Let's creep, stop. And we'll creep, and we'll creep, and we'll stop. Creep, and we'll creep, and we'll creep, and we'll stop. Oh, we'll creep, and we'll creep, and we'll creep, and we'll stop. Everyone sit down. Nice job, everybody. Oh, you can come a little bit closer. Oh, drum time. Hello to Miss. How many sounds in my name? Two. Nice job, 2 syllables. Hello to. Nice job. Pass the drum. Hello to. Hello to. good job. Good job, Kinsley. Thank you for the drum. Bye-bye to the drum. We'll see you next time. Bye, drum. Shoo. See you on Wednesday. That's right. See the drum on Wednesday. Who needs a scarf? I'm going to sing a new song today. Are you ready to catch? Get your catching hands ready. Ooh, ooh. Nice job. Catch. Anything else you'd like to start? Anything else? We're going to take our scarf and we're going to scrunch it real tight. Good job. Hide it in your hands. So your song we're going to sing together, it's called A Little Seed, because today's book's going to be all about a seed. It's going to grow into a beautiful flower. A little seed for me to sow, a little soil to help it grow, a little sun, a little shower, a little weight, and then a flower. One more time. Make it teeny tiny, small. Can you kind of help me sing it this time? Can you help me? A little seed for me to sow, a little soil to help it grow, a little sun, a little shower, a little weight. Did you wait long enough? Did we get a flower? We did. Nice job. Alright, hold your scarves up for me and I will collect them and we'll say, see you Wednesday, scarves. Do they smell good? Oh, they do smell so nice. Oh, oh, just like flowers. Nice job. Bye-bye to the scarf. Tonight, Imagine Arts, we read you a story. Every week do a book, don't we? You guys know this one? Yes. Do you remember the name of it? Have you not read this one? I have. Yeah, it's new to me as well. Have you read it before? I have. You have? The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. We've read this before at night. Not with me, maybe with another teacher. I've seen this book at your school and I've often wondered about it. And I read it today and it's really good. Can I read it to you? Yeah. It's autumn. What's another word for autumn? Fall. Yeah, another word for autumn is fall. A strong wind is blowing and it blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up, up it goes. It flies too high and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts and the seed cannot grow, and the rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns, and the others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed, and the tiny seed is not eaten. It's so small that the bird does not even see it. Now it's winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down and they look just as if they're going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch, but the tiny seed lies very still and the mouse does not even see it. Now it's spring, and after a few months the snow has melted. It's really spring and birds fly by. The sun shines and rain falls. the seeds grow so round and full they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore, they're plants. First they send roots down into the earth, then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It's a big fat weed. And it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the small new plants. And that little plant dies. And the tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It'll be too late. Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow into a plant. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun and springtime. And one child doesn't see the plant as he runs along and uh-oh, he breaks one. Now it can't grow anymore.
Was that the little one?
The big foot, yeah?
Was that the
Not the little one, not the little one. Good question, Eddie. Nice job listening. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbours grow even faster. And before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. How kind is that? Is that so nice? Love to do that for a friend. And now it's summer. And now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all done. It grows on and it doesn't stop. The sun shines on and the rain waters it. It has many leaves and it grows taller and taller. It's taller than the people, it's taller than the trees, it's taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. And people come from far and near to look at this flower. It's the tallest flower they've ever seen. It's a giant flower. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Now it's autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. And some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind. But the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. And once more the wind shakes the flower. And this time the flower seed pops open. And out come tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. Steve?
Was the giant seed the one that was the little seed the one that grew really big?
Exactly. And then the cycle starts all over again. The pod's open and the wind carries the seeds on and the cycle starts over and then we get more flowers. What do you think about the book? Do we like it? Is it a 2 thumbs up kind of thing?
Yeah.
I really like that book. Did we like the illustrations?
Yeah.
Weren't the illustrations beautiful? And the colours? Splendid, weren't they? Very, very good, my friends. All right, hands in your lap. Hands in your lap. Hands in your lap. What's our favourite song that goes like this? Should we sing it? What letter should we choose? I kind of think we should do S for seed. See-saw-so? Should we try?
Yeah.
Ready? Big deep breath. Bodies in a circle. Ready? See-saw, see-saw, see-saw-so. 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 See-saw, see-saw, see-saw-so. Sa-sa-sa-sa-sa. So. Sa-sa-sa-sa-sa. Sock. Sa-sa-sa-sa-sa.
Snake.
Snake. Ooh. Snake. Sa-sa-sa-sa-sa.
Sea.
Sea. Good. Sa-sa-sa-sa-sa. Sun. Sa-sa-sa-sa-sa. Ship. That's good. S-H-I-P. Good job. Sa-sa-sa-sa-sa. Sunflower. Sunflower. How many sounds?
3.
Oh, so smart. Well done, everybody. Should we make our hearts? We'll sing our goodbye song. Yeah. We sang together,
and now we say goodbye.
We sang together,
up high. We sang together, and now we say goodbye. Na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey hey hey, goodbye. One more time. Na 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 na, na na na. Hey hey hey, goodbye. Good job, everybody. Give yourselves a pat on the back. And then, my friends, is a synopsis of Imagine Arts, the short version.
Yay.
So good.
Take a bow. Santa can take a bow. And how to take a bow.
Nice job.
Thank you, that was
you,
wonderful.
Catherine.
You're so welcome.
You really are Mary Poppins with your bag
In the voice.
and the voice. And I was bummed out that my name's only one syllable. Jill. Thank you all.
So good.
That was wonderful.
So you're more than welcome to go, but we appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
You certainly can stay and watch us, but that was way more fun than what's left. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks so much. Thank you, Dr. Kwan. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
That was wonderful.
Nice to see you again.
job.
Thank you.
Could I just say how wonderful I thought that was just as an educator? Because there was phonemic awareness, there was math, there was self-regulation, I started listening to gross and small motor activities, there were listening, there was speaking, and that everything that you just saw there, that's your foundation for learning. So if you're not able to do that, you're not going to be able to read, write. If you build on it that way, these sorts of activities are so vital and so important. I thought that was wonderful.
Isn't it great?
So, yes.
And she did it like naturally. Like they
Yeah.
didn't realize they were doing all of that, right? They just were singing
fun.
and dancing and yeah.
And it becomes intuitive and intrinsic, and then
Right.
it connects to bigger concepts. So
Yeah.
that was
It
wonderful.
It was
great.
excellent.
Great partnership.
Okay.
Now
Now,
I'm drying my tears. I got a little emotional there. I was like, not crying about the kindergartners.
you're having an emotional.
I am having
It's going to be this is a
emotional
hard
moment.
month for you, Mama. All right, we go from kindergarten to a senior.
Yep.
We'll move on to reports. We have monthly reports for the administrators, Ms. Shipper, Mr. McAllister, Ms. Holbrook, and Ms. Sheehan. We have guidance, Ms. Black, the nurse, Ms. Davis, and pupil personnel services with Dr. Minigla.
All right, 7 motions to approve the monthly reports.
7 seconds.
All those in favor? That's a wrap. We have the school newsletters. We have Esten, Phelps, and the high school. Any comments?
No, I just think they're excellent.
Always,
They
right?
really are,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
love reading
informative.
them each time.
Yes.
And then, now I haven't been flipping because I got distracted. We have completed fundraisers. Okay, sorry, I didn't flip. We have class of 2026 did senior lawn signs. They sell lawn signs to the senior class for graduation. They collected $1,781.35 with $761.35 in expenses with a net profit of $1,020. And then the high school tennis team did a raise 365. The athletes sell out text messages through app to contacts with link of the fundraiser, and they collected $1,065 with no expenses. So congratulations, those were 2 great fundraisers. Thank you for that. And now we'll go on to new business with the cafeteria contract ratification. Ms. Heckett?
This is a 3-year thank you to the committee, the negotiating committee that helped us with this tentative agreement that has been ratified unanimously by the cafeteria group, and it is very similar to the other that we have gone through so far, with a correction in year 1 and 2.5 going forward, and we have added, which we're trying to do in each of the contracts, a 1-year probationary period as opposed to the 90-day probationary period. And there was a slight increase in their uniform allowance.
Which
what
is
they
fair,
purchase
in the
every year.
cafeteria.
And the custodians.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to vote?
Motion.
Yes.
Motion,
Yes, we
yes,
we
that's
need a
what I thought.
ratification from the school committee. The cafeteria unit has agreed, and we need the ratification of the school
From
committee.
us.
All right. Motion to ratify the cafeteria contract for 2025 through 2028?
Yeah, fiscal year 26 to fiscal year
20,
28.
29, oh, okay.
Okay. Motion to ratify cafeteria contract.
Second?
All those in favor? That's a vote.
Yeah,
And then-
just like to say, how hard they work every
Right.
day and how important at all levels of the district they are to kiddos, and making sure they get the right food every day that they need, and there's a lot to keep track of. But it's just how much they love the children is apparent every single time you go into the cafeteria and into the cafeteria line, whether it's breakfast, or lunch, and their creativity in providing breakfast after the bell, and work and make sure that kiddos, there's free snacks out all the time for kiddos who really need it. So, very grateful.
We are very lucky to have them. They do, I think they treat the kiddos as if they were their own kiddos, and we're lucky for that. It's
Very
not,
much
all the time that we get that, so we're lucky that we do get it here in Rockland. Anything else to add to that? No? Okay. Go on to Dr. Cron, Superintendent
No,
report.
excuse me, we have the custodial
The
contract.
custodians. Oh, there was
There
an
was-
email.
Oh,
that
I'm
went out.
sorry, I
Yes,
missed
yeah.
it. Okay,
We did a
sorry.
modified
Custodial.
agenda on Friday because a ratification vote was scheduled for today at 3, and the ratification vote passed again unanimously with the custodial unit, exact same framework. One addition in the custodial contract is when they are performing detailed positions and detailed shifts for various events. They could be town, they could be town-sponsored or school-sponsored, that if appropriate, as determined by the building principal, additional duties will be assigned to the custodian who's performing that detail. If allowed, there are some details that there's too much work for the custodians to do anything other than the detail, and for others, they do have some downtime, that they could get some of the inventory work that builds up over time done and do special projects. So, again, correction in 2.5, 2.5.
All right.
All right. So then motion to ratify the custodial contract.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a vote. And again, we'll circle back that we're lucky to have them. They work hard every day, too, to keep our schools clean.
Yeah, and there are kiddos who, in each building, the custodian is their person.
Their favorite
Right.
person? Yeah.
Right.
And each and every one of them just fully embrace that. Some of them are musicians, some of them, sing, some of them like sports, some of
Right.
them like, other things, and they just find ways to appropriately connect with our kiddos, and they're a great part of the team. And buildings are spotless, they work very, very hard, and we're very grateful.
They take pride in what they do, so we're definitely lucky to have them as well. All right. Now, onto your report, Dr. Cron.
Excellent. I just want to begin by saying thank you to our cafeteria workers, thank you to our custodians, thank you to our maintenance workers. They provide a very important function, feeding our kids, keeping our buildings clean, and keeping our buildings operating. Those are all important functions. But their work here, we ask more of them than that. We ask them to be part of the community. We ask them to help support our mission, right? Giving kids a great environment, and they do that wonderfully. And when it comes to food, it's very important, I think, to recognize Adele Leonard and all of
Absolutely.
our very important cafeteria workers, because they it's some of the best food that our kids eat, sadly for some, and for others it's an example of maybe foods that they don't normally eat, and they have a lot of fun with it, and they do a wonderful job. So thank you, and feel very fortunate to settle contracts so easily with these phenomenal people, and thank you to the union for their work. Second, shout out to Steve Bergman and the Rockland High School Chorus, who performed along with the Snug Harbor Community Chorus this weekend at the Duxbury Performing Arts Center. So it's very cool, the chorus kids getting out, doing some performances around town. Next, I'd like to give a shout out to our nurses, who during the month of April saw 2,845 children
Wow.
throughout their days, and I think it's very important. It makes me think back to maybe my favorite nurse of all time, Ann Phelps, and the work that they do with our kids day to day, and our staff to support, and again, be part of our very important mission. And finally, I just want to say, parents who have seniors, some of them are sitting at the table, you're getting ready for senior activities.
Don't make her cry again.
I hope you enjoy every moment of it, and we're very excited. Thank you to Cheryl Shipper, our high school principal, who's done a wonderful job this year and Margie Black, and all the folks at the high school who did just such a great job getting them ready. We have senior activities. We have our great program that we run every senior through, where they learn CPR and they learn about finance and all kinds of cool things. So as we round third of this school year, which is hard to believe, just enjoy it. And that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I feel like I always think this is ceremony season, right? We've made it sort of through the whole year, and now for us, we end up with all these wonderful invites to sort of the fun at the end of the year. And so I always, in my house, call it ceremony season. So we're lucky that we get those invitations. I'll start with you, Ms. Nelson.
Wanted to wish all the moms out there, or grandmothers, aunts, stepmoms, a happy belated Mother's Day. Thank you for all you do for the kiddos. Wanted to also just acknowledge that all the events that are happening at the end of the year, history fair, field trips, Philly trip, there's a lot of fun activities happening, but school still continues. So don't let those grades slip. Homework is still important. I know AP exams have happened. There's potentially finals for seniors. So just keep it going. And we can't wait. And then happy Memorial Day, because I don't believe we'll be in session, I think,
We're
the day
back the Tuesday after,
Memorial
right.
Day. So wishing everyone a happy Memorial Day.
Okay, thank you.
Ditto. And a shout out for the Arts Festival. It was a nice night.
Yeah.
All right. And I have nothing to add. You guys have said it all.
All right. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a vote. Thank you.
Okay.